To be honest, I don't know how Justin Gaethje should fight Ilia Topuria. I will say that just wrestling against Ilia, but Justin Gaethje, he's not wrestling. He's gonna tuck his hand and try to punch like how he does, but that's what Ilia will study him. He will study him and then he will exactly punch right there, you know. I think this fight is perfect for Ilia. Like, just Ilia knocks people out. Like, if he touches you and he knocks you out.
Everyone and their mother has an opinion on Topuria versus Gaethje, and turns out the entire UFC roster is picking the same guy to walk out still champion. But a few of them think this fight gets a lot messier than people expect before it's over.
99% of the people think Topuria take the win. Before too, I think Topuria take the win, but now I jump for the Gaethje side, you know. So
oh wow.
This is like the crush car, you know. In the crush car is 50-50. Gaethje have heavy hands. He make a great job in the change too. So maybe it's like it's 50-50. I hope like Justin Gaethje surprise everyone and me too. Gaethje is different. He can knock people out just like one big punch, you know. So now I think, okay, maybe I jump for the Gaethje side.
Joe Rogan kicked things off by pointing out that this version of Topuria has done something almost nobody else in the sport has managed. Back-to-back knockouts over 3 guys who are legitimately some of the greatest to ever do it. According to Rogan, betting against a run like that just feels foolish at this point. Still, he wasn't ready to write Gaethje off completely, calling him one of the toughest human beings in the entire sport.
He's had the most legendary run in MMA championship history in his last 3 fights. He knocked out 3 all-time greats. Knocks out Alexander Volkanovski, knocks out Max Holloway, knocks out Charles Oliveira. 3 in a row. Like, anybody who could do that, you go, well, I'm not fucking betting anything against that guy. But Justin Gaethje's a tough character, son. Don't think that Justin Gaethje can't win. Like, anybody.
Tom Aspinall took a slightly different angle. He acknowledged that Gaethje still brings real knockout power, solid grappling, and a toughness level that's hard to match. But in his eyes, Father Time has already started catching up to him. Aspinall thinks Topuria is simply playing a different sport altogether right now, and that his power is going to be too much for Gaethje to deal with.
Gaethje could knock him out, but it's a small chance. Just don't think anybody is anywhere close to the level of Ilia Topuria. I think that Justin Gaethje, he's past his best. Carries a lot of power. Good grappling as well. Really good wrestler. He's a tough guy. Punches really hard. Good grappling. But I think that his power for Justin Gaethje is going to be way too much. Gaethje's took too many big shots in his career to be taking those kind of shots off Topuria.
Then there's Colby Covington, who never does anything quietly. Covington predicted Topuria is going to flat out embarrass Gaethje and turn him into a walking meme by the time UFC Freedom 250 wraps up. He didn't hide the fact that he's got bad blood with Gaethje, and honestly seemed thrilled at the idea of watching him get knocked out on a big stage.
He's not just going to beat Duck Lip Gaethje. He's going to humiliate him. Justin Gaethje's about to become a meme forever. I'm excited. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see it. You know, we've never had a good relationship for many years. So after Ilia Topuria exposes him and they have to take his carcass off the south lawn in DC at the White House, he should come over to RAF and get his ass beat in the wrestling mat against me as well. He's an all-American wrestler. After he gets exposed and knocked out and flatlined against Ilia Topuria at UFC Freedom 250.
Islam Makhachev came at it from a more respectful place. He made it clear he's got nothing but respect for Gaethje and that his interim title run was completely earned. No asterisks there. But when it comes to this specific matchup, Makhachev thinks Topuria simply has every technical tool needed to control the fight from bell to bell.
We've got the White House card coming up soon. Ilia Topuria takes on Justin Gaethje. How do you see that fight?
It's good. Topuria is a new generation, you know, but Gaethje, I still believe Gaethje can do some things, but he's a little bit old right now, you know. He's a good fighter, legend. He showed like us very good many fights, but now I think it's the Topuria time for lightweight.
Dricus du Plessis was just as confident in his pick. He went as far as calling Topuria the biggest star in the entire sport right now, which is a bold statement considering who else is on the roster. Du Plessis' reasoning came down to how calculated Topuria is inside the cage.
Gaethje, whether he has something to lose or not, he goes out there and that's the only thing he knows. That's the only way of fighting he knows, and that's why I think he can do good in that fight, to be honest with you. I think, you know, he's one of those guys he can land at any time. And I mean, look what he just did to Paddy. You know, people thought of Gaethje as almost being at the end. But, I mean, he didn't look it. He looked like somebody who still wants it. But I mean, you have Ilia Topuria, who is, especially those two styles, you have this chaotic style with the perfect clinical style of Ilia, and I think it's going to be an amazing fight. I think for Gaethje, a big key there's going to be the low kicks and try to stay away from the power from Ilia.
Alexander Volkanovski's take probably carries more weight than most, simply because he's actually felt Topuria's power up close. He gave what was easily the deepest breakdown of the bunch, describing Topuria's fundamentals as genuinely elite. Textbook boxing mechanics paired with power that doesn't fade as the rounds go on.
I think it's going to be a KO for Ilia. As soon as he tries to open up and let his hands go off, Ilia's going to be too sharp and just catch him. I think he's safe enough and defensive enough to not fall into any of Justin Gaethje's traps. And then as soon as Gaethje opens up, game over. And he could get the KO victory early rounds. If Justin Gaethje is quite defensive, you might see it go into the second round. But as soon as Gaethje opens up, you're going to see a finish. That's what I truly do believe.
Max Holloway's opinion is interesting because, like Volkanovski, he's actually shared the cage with both of these guys at the top level. So this isn't some armchair analysis. It's coming from someone who's lived it. Holloway leaned toward Topuria, keeping the undisputed title, and his reasoning centered on composure.
When you fought Ilia, what was something that he did that made it kind of difficult?
The best way to explain Ilia is like he takes positions, but he don't take advantage of positions right away. So he kind of lets you believe, like he gets to a position and he kind of lets you believe like, oh look, I get here, I do nothing. I get here, I do nothing. And then, like you said, that third, fourth, fifth time he gets there, it's like, I get here, now it's my time. Boom, boom, boom. And then he does his stuff. So he moves himself in great positions, but he don't capitalize. He doesn't capitalize on purpose. If that makes sense. Being like, oh yeah, look, I'm not gonna hit you here. I'm not gonna hit you here. And it's surprise, you know, so that's what I feel. So I think he's super smart, bro. He's super, very good IQ, great striking, bro. Good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu.
Sean O'Malley didn't hold back either, calling Topuria the best pure boxing technician in the entire promotion right now. He talked about how clean and efficient Topuria's combinations are. No wasted movement, everything thrown with purpose. But the part of his breakdown that stood out was his comment on Gaethje's defense.
Gaethje's best chance of winning the fight is fucking knocking him out in the first round. The later the fight goes on, I feel like the higher chances Ilia is going to win. I mean, Ilia could win the first round as well, but I think the longer the fight goes, the higher the possibility of Gaethje landing that shot is going to be less. So who knows? Maybe Gaethje's fucking trying to get him fired up, trying to get a Conor Aldo moment where Aldo rushed in. Maybe Ilia comes in instead of, because Ilia is very, very patient. Hands up, circles, doesn't make any crazy movements. Very, very patient. I don't know if Gaethje's strategically trying to say shit to make him fight different. Who knows? At this level, you just never know.
Kamaru Usman brought up something most fans probably hadn't even considered: muscle density. He pointed out that for a lightweight, Topuria is built unusually dense, and that extra density is exactly why his shots seem to carry more force than you'd expect from someone in that weight class.
Would Justin Gaethje defeated Ilia Topuria be bigger than upset of Sean Strickler defeated Israel Adesanya? Yes, actually.
No. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, because Gaethje's a big underdog, bro. And he's fighting a 2-division champion. Ilia right now is number 2 pound for pound. Justin Gaethje is really able to take out a 2-division champ that's undefeated, that could potentially even fight for the 3rd. Like, yeah.
Justin Gaethje has been in 15 UFC fights. All 15 fights were bonuses. 2-time interim lightweight champion. Has fought everyone.
Yeah, Justin would be bigger than Israel Adesanya.
It's a big one. It's a big one.
I think everybody agrees with me on that one. So I'm gonna have to put my
they do?
I'm gonna have to put my foot down on that one.
And finally, Michael Chandler closed things out with maybe the most vivid description of the entire lineup. Chandler knows Gaethje's power better than almost anyone. Their fight together is still talked about as one of the greatest wars in UFC history. He explained that getting hit by most professional fighters feels like getting whacked with a baseball bat, but taking a shot from Gaethje is on a whole different level, more like getting hit by a car.
Great fight. Obviously, I'm leaning toward the American, my friend, my golf partner, Justin Gaethje. What he brings to the octagon is different than what Ilia Topuria has ever seen. With that being said, Ilia Topuria is about the most skilled guy that we have ever seen in the octagon. But with that being said, if it's a stand-up battle, Ilia's got the edge in the striking, but Gaethje brings this chaos that I don't think he's seen before. He throws punches from weird angles. He hits you with shots that you don't see coming, and he can push a pace for 25 minutes. We haven't seen Ilia. Have we even seen Ilia get past the 2nd round, 3rd round? And that's not a knock on him. We just haven't seen it yet. So if Gaethje's able to take the fight to the deep waters and make it a fast-paced, tight-on-tour, tornado, edge-of-your-seat, chaotic type of fight. How does Ilia respond? We shall see.
At the end of the day, this is shaping up to be one of those fights where the consensus pick makes total sense on paper, but everyone watching knows deep down that Gaethje only needs one moment. Topuria's all-around game, his composure, his power retention, and even his unusual build all point toward him walking away as the favorite in pretty much every breakdown out there. But Gaethje's reputation as a guy who can change a fight with a single punch is exactly why nobody, not even the people picking against him, is willing to completely rule him out.